Okay. Nikhil, hi, good morning. This is Anuj. Thanks a lot for joining us. What's happening at your end? A lot of complaints, that server not working since morning.
Hi, Anuj. So we had a connectivity issue in the morning, and a couple of lakh orders have piled up, and we're just in the process of clearing the orders, and it should be back up in a couple of minutes.
Okay. Nikhil, I was having this conversation with you earlier as well. Now, you are now India's largest retail brokerage, and a lot of people having faith in you. These issues are happening with far too much frequency. You would agree with that, right? Over the last 3 or 4 months, especially on big days, you need to work on your systems, you think?
We have put in considerable effort in upgrading all our systems, but the thing is, there's a lot of factors in play, like things like line connectivity and stuff like that. We try and control by having backups, but sometimes issues do occur.
Okay, so what exactly is the issue here? Is it just connectivity issue, or is this technology issue? Because with number of clients gone up. I mean, I'm just going through the data that Mangalam had sent me. Your total number of clients is now well over 1 million. I think 12.4 lakh. It was in thousands just about 4 or 5 years ago. Your revenue also has jumped many-fold to 560 crores now. Is it that perhaps you've not kept pace with the technology, like the number of clients have gone up, perhaps technology-wise not the same pace?
No, in fact, we have upgraded the technology and the systems around which support these clients to cater to more clients than we have right now. So the hardware and the technology around it has been upgraded, preempting the rise in the number of clients. That is not the issue. The issue today is we had a small connectivity issue, and once there is an issue and there is a couple of minutes of downtime, a lot of orders build up in the system. So it just takes us a few minutes to get rid of that buffer and let the fresh orders come in and start getting executed on time.
So, Nikhil, this is a connectivity issue and not a capacity issue. This is not a server bandwidth, basically, that kind of a problem that we're talking about. It's just connectivity.
Yeah.
Okay, so is there some assurance you can give to a lot of people who trade on your platform that this perhaps won't recur? I mean, I don't know how you're looking at fixing some of these connectivity issues, because once the downtime is hit, then as you're saying, it's just, it's like a domino effect. Everything piles up.
Right. We are constantly looking at adding new lines and new backups for connectivity in place. And this is a constant process, and we're always trying to come up with new ways in which we can have backups for our backups and make sure when there is an issue, the process of the backup coming on is streamlined.
Okay. More generally, Nikhil, there are a lot of your traders, your clients who are listening into this conversation. What kind of reassurance would you want to give in terms of, being able to cope with this dramatic rise in clients?
Lata, we're more than prepared for the number of clients that we have, or the number of clients that we can add going forward.
Okay.
And we're doing all that we can to get these connectivity or other niggling issues that might come up every now and then in order. And rest assured, we will be working as hard as we can to get them resolved as quickly as we can.
All right.
Okay. Nikhil, thanks a lot for taking the time and, being frank about this. And I really hope, credit where due, of course, you have revolutionized retail trading, but perhaps some bit of more investments in technology perhaps at your end is needed. Thanks a lot for joining us, Nikhil.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
All right. With that, let's move now back to looking at companies and stocks. The Reserve Bank has removed Dhanlaxmi Bank as well from the prompt corrective action list. And that was the surprise, because people were expecting Allahabad Bank and Corporation Bank. So let's invite the management of Dhanlaxmi Bank. T. Lata, the Managing Director, joins us now. Good morning, ma'am. If you can tell us, how does this change life for you? What kind of loans will you be able to give now that you're not in the PCA list?
Good morning, Lata. The good news is that we are out of PCA after nearly 3.5 years. And the good news is that we shall definitely be freed more to do what you would like to do of giving more of advances and all that. Not that RBI had restricted as earlier, but then the leverage which is available with me to source some good accounts and give funding will be better for me. Secondly, when I have to go to my shareholders, because being a private bank, I have to raise capital from the market. It will definitely be much more convenient for me to raise capital from the market because we are not supported by the government of India.
But
so
in
these
your
will be the major benefits for me because I'm out of the PCA framework today.
No, in your case, it was not a net NPA issue. It was a capital threshold, right?
It was earlier a capital threshold, and now we are much ahead of the capital threshold, which had been given by the Reserve Bank of India.
Okay, so is there any, can you tell us what is your current capital adequacy, tier 1
my
in particular?
current, my CET1 today is 10.26%, and my CRAR is about 13.52%. And if you see my Tier 1 leverage ratio also is about 5.07%, vis-a-vis what Reserve Bank expects it to be, about 3.5%.
So
the only negative feature for me is my return of assets, which is slightly negative at 0.10. But I think going forward by March 19, we should be positive in that also.
okay, so positive ROA by March. Ma'am, now that you are coming out of PCA, what can we expect on the lending side? What sort of growth would you target in year 1 itself, FY20?
FY20, we are planning to grow at least a minimum of 10 to 12% in our asset side.
Okay. What's the likely margins and deposit growth? I mean, for fourth quarter itself.
Deposit growth also, ma'am. Basically, we would like to concentrate, Lata and Surabhi, on current and savings. And though the savings and, my CASA is about 31% today, we would like to grow at least to 35% in the year 1920. And deposits, of course, overall growth should be 10%. And advances, of course, as I said, should also grow by 10 to 12%.
Yeah. Will you be raising capital?
At the same time, I want to control the net NPAs as far the bank is concerned because we have a provision coverage ratio of 82.75% today. And we would like to continue with that provision coverage of 82.75 minimum for the next year also.
Okay. Would you be raising or requiring capital?
We may not be requiring much capital, but definitely next year we will definitely be raising capital because we have to grow in the next 2 years substantially the loan book. So definitely we'll be going to the market maybe in the second or the third quarter for a capital.
All right. We'll leave it at that. Ma'am, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, Lata.
That's the word coming in from Dhanlaxmi Bank out of PCA because they were in PCA because of losses, not because of high NPA. Their NPA had already come under control. Now perhaps turning into the black, the last number was a profit number and that may have qualified the bank to come out of PCA. We have to take a break on that note. We have a lot lined up for you. There are commodity trades lined up with Manisha Gupta and a very interesting conversation with a consumer major, an FMCG major. I'll leave you to guess.